Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Heaven on Earth Astrology. I am Michael, the Leo Mystic, and this is where I channel the astrological guidance for the 17th until the 23rd of January. And welcome, bienvenido in the 2022 year. Wow. Before I go there, you can join the Heaven on Earth community. As always, we've got a shift from the sun in Capricorn to the sun in Aquarius, and that is a whole new season, and that is a whole new month of aligning with Aquarian energy, meditations, the messages from Spirit. We've got the live call Q&A, we've got Charlotte's Dark Moon guidance, we've got the guest speaker, we got a workshop. It's all there in the Heaven on Earth community for helping you to learn to align with the cycles of nature, planets, and your own inner voice. Learning to trust your spiritual guidance. Check it out. And if you're subscribed to my newsletter, you can do so, by the way, by the link in the comments or link below. You can receive the full moon PDF, 23-page PDF, and sometimes even more on the full moon. What's the meaning? What's the meaning for full moon in Cancer? What are the astrological aspects? All in detail, a spiritual guide. Go and check it out for sure. And with that being said, we're starting off the week with a full moon in Cancer. Whoa! That is the home of the, of the zodiac for the moon. And that means emotions. But it's not just a full moon in Cancer. You know, as always, lately, it's a full moon in Cancer opposing Pluto and the sun on Pluto. We've got so much purging to do. And the sun on Pluto in and of itself is already deep, transformational. It's in Capricorn, so bringing up topics of abuse, domination, but also at the same time, at the positive duality, we've got so much reigning, maturity, extreme power, and you can do anything on that day, at least it feels like, right? So, but a full moon on Pluto and then moon in Cancer opposing Pluto and the sun, there is some emotional security that is not being met. There is a fear of losing control, of losing yourself and not trusting yourself. This is obviously a lot of emotions intense. It's the most intense that you can imagine, as we then continue, and by the way, the full moon is less or more at 47 minutes in Tuesday, so midnight 47 minutes. So you'll be feeling that already right now on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then the moon goes into Leo when the nodes shift, and I'm about to tell you about that. But I think the message here is to allow to feel. Because the sun in Capricorn on Pluto tries to take control of things and tries to dominate, tries to use its ambitions, its ability to manipulate matter and to, impose rules, regulations, strategies, and structure. But, that is definitely what we need to do. But at the same time, we got the moon in Cancer opposing Pluto. So there is something where we don't really feel in alignment, where we feel insecure, where we feel like we can't trust others. So we might go over domination is what I'm trying to say here. But it is about going into the transformation, into our deepest, darkest shit. And it's interesting that just like a couple of hours really after that, the nodes shift into South Node into Scorpio, which makes Pluto important. It's kind of like the same energy. So there is a purge going on. There is you'll be seeing so much dark information, dark shit, how where all these chords are intertwined with one another, where you have karmic relations and how they are like just like snakes, you know, all like 500,000 snakes just swirling through one another, like, yeah, that's how it's like, you know. And you're about to see that, how that is going down. And the invitation is to then a moon in Cancer, full moon in Cancer, to just express fully these emotions, to release them, to let them go. And by letting go, we obviously always mean just being there with the emotion, not trying to get away, not trying to get too much into the Capricorn, because the sun is on Pluto in Capricorn. It's like, can you grow the fuck up and at the same time show your emotions? It's a tug of war. It's like really paradox, big time paradox. At the same time, this is whilst Mercury is stationary on Saturn. So just the mind too is blank. It's still, it is not, there's not information that is going really fast. We're just scanning through it and we're really going into detail. And maybe sometimes people are just like saying, no, you cannot do this. You should say this, you should say that. And it's like, you don't know what to think. It just goes slower. There's a fear, there's a blockage to like, what am I thinking? And it's squaring Uranus. So it's like sudden realizations that are shocking. It is also against the people in a way. There's a tug of war too. Like there's a clash. There's communication that is quite rebellious. There's communication that is quite delicate information that is being released, that is coming out. And it's Mercury in Aquarius, so that is about the future. It's about progression. It's about looking ahead. It's about being different, right? So, just thinking, my baby's crying. I hope Charlotte's gonna go get him. Yeah, she got him. So, you know, Mercury is retrograde, and by the end of the week, we got a Mercury Cazimi in Aquarius, trining the moon in Libra. This is an invitation to connect, to get out, to connect with like-minded people, to speak up, to share your common vision, to share the vision with one another, and to speak together, to put your minds together. And I think there's going to be massive realizations of what the future will bring. So that's not all. At the same time of the full moon in Cancer on Pluto, we got the Mars square Uranus. And I think this is quite positive in the sense that it is just quartz, cutting quartz, but it's really, it's a necessary good, and it's happening. And it's painful. I think, you know, the fact that Mercury is stationary on Saturn, squaring Uranus, is a gift in and of itself too, because I think if we would overthink this, which we can do, we are not going to allow ourselves to release. And there might be, I think what we're going to see, all right, people who are not taking the time to reflect. I mean by that, to let these emotions sink in and just see, and they feel threatened in their self-image, which with Cancer is. They might go over-restricted. They might go do crazy shit. This is Mars square Uranus. This is, you know, arrows, you know, hurting. Arrows being shot. And right into the flesh, and like people dying, people being shot, people being whatever. And I think we can see quite some rebellious actions, some painful things happening, even weirder decisions being made that are like, that you're like, Mercury square Uranus, the Mars square Uranus is like, what the fuck is going on? But this is a beautiful thing on the side of, if we really allow to feel, if you really allow to explore what we're experiencing, and if we truly be honest with ourselves. Sun on Pluto is complete honesty. And Capricorn, this is, you cannot be more honest. Honestly, like, that's the invitation. Be honest, be open, stand in your integrity, in your power, use your responsibilities, and feel, take the emotions in, express the emotions out. And I mean, Mercury square Uranus, you're going to see all of a sudden, like, people burst into tears and you didn't even expect it, because 2 seconds ago you was smiling and laughing and, you know, just all those things. That's what's happening. That's what's going down. We got Venus retrograde trine Uranus. This is another confirmation that people of common values that we should connect with, Venus, relationships, that we should appreciate the beautiful things. And in appreciation, in the relation, in the redefinition of your values, of rethinking what is the most valuable in your life, these are bringing sudden, unexpected, positive changes, because it's trining Uranus. And I think there is like a relief point. There is where there is the gift of this all. And we should, you know, just be aware that communication and what we think and our realizations are going to be shocking. And we're going to see things that shock our nervous system, but at the same time, a redefinition of your value system and appreciation of what you have in and around you, spiritual values, new spiritual values. It's just like, this is it now. And I think that's what's going to bring. It's going to bring gifts. It's going to bring people that reflect these values. So it's quite an intense week, if you ask me. There's so much going on. The sun shifts in Aquarius. I'm not 100% sure what time, but you know, the 20th of January. So we're going to Aquarian energy. This is complete objectivity. This is the group. This is community. This is connection. But Saturn is there, right? So we could, like, in the course of next week, then start feeling the contraction. But first, we got a Mercury cazimi going on in Aquarius. This is, what are you going to do with the group? What are you going to do with your community? What are you going to do? How are you going to connect? What is the common vision? You know, visions of the future. How can we be different? How can we create something new? Trining the moon in Libra, the gift. The sun too, when it comes into Aquarius, completely trines the nodes. And the nodes just came into Taurus and Scorpio. And Taurus, and this is the last thing that I'm going to say, is about your inner value. It's slow and steady. It's not quick fix. Those people, and we're going to be pulled towards orgasmic emotions. South node in Scorpio, we're going to have the tendency to be intense, to get into like fights, to dig and to get back at people, to be jealous. But those are the things that will come up, and we have to allow them to come up. But at the same time, we can't just be reactive and stay here. This is an invitation to come into Taurus, the light, to the here and the now. It's not about seeking something else, seeking something new, going into transformation and wanting to add something more and discover it. No, this is about landing. This is about appreciation. This is about being here, being now. This is about taking care of your body, your food, and the people around you, the earth. It's about landing. It's about working in your garden, not traveling to another country, not exploring. This is about being here and now, about landing, about appreciation, about... Can I be more clear than that? I don't think so. So those people who truly value themselves, who know their own worth, and who have been working on it, and who see this for the long term, those people win. This is what it is about. All right? So go ahead and appreciate the value of that which is now in your life and use it. Appreciate it and give back tenfold. And it will be given back 100-fold. And it's a cycle. It's really, the South Node is in Scorpio. It's not in Taurus. It is about here and now. If the North Node would be in Scorpio, it would be different. So I could say a lot more about this, but I think, you know, once you realize that the value comes from within, that your Mercedes, that your house, that your children, that your environment is but a reflection of what you truly value within, that's when you really get into the North Node. Because the North Node could go into, I want to add more value to my life, more money, more food, more. And if it is about the wanting, that's when you lose. It's about realization that you create together with. And it's an appreciation of the abundance, Taurus, abundance in your life. And to stand still with that. All right? Much love. Happy to be back. Let me know what you think. See you soon. Bye-bye.